So I know a lot of men would actually like to have a girlfriend that watches WWE and wrestling with them. And I just happen to be one of the lucky few that has a girlfriend that's actually interested in WWE. And it's not a game, it's not a joke. Like, you're not pretending, at least as far as I know, you're not pretending.
No.
You actually asked to watch the show and asked me, like, why we don't have it on if I don't have it on the TV. So, with that being said, I want to tell them how I got you into WWE, and let's talk about it, right? Not to mention we also have the same favorite wrestler, which I think is awesome that we both have the same favorite wrestler, and literally there's no wrestling beef with like between us within the house. We're not against each other. I want us to tell them how I got you into WWE, and also how they could possibly get a girlfriend into WWE. All right.
I'm telling people how to get a girlfriend.
I mean, not how to get a girlfriend, but how to get their girlfriend into WWE. Okay. So we're just gonna go from the top, right? So I started watching wrestling again. I don't know, maybe a couple years ago, in the middle of Roman Reigns' Tribal Chief reign, whatever, yada yada. Kind of not too long after he unified the titles and he was holding 2 belts, right? Within that time, you were working from home. And I was watching wrestling on the TV while you were working. And within that, I was watching Roman's matches, and I was watching like his matches with Jey Uso. Like, I was watching the beginning of his reign because I wasn't watching initially when he started his reign. So he's fighting Jey Uso, and he's beating the crap out of him. He's brutalizing him. He had the Hell in a Cell match with him. And I remember you looked at it on the TV, and you were kind of just like, what is this on the TV? Kind of like, turn it off. Like, this is kind of cruel. This is gruesome. Because of the way, like, Roman was really beating the crap out of him.
They sold it.
Yeah.
Okay? They sold the hell out of that match.
And you didn't like it. You didn't like it, and you were like, yo, like, you literally wanted me to turn it off, like, get it away from you. So I'm kind of hazy on how you even went from like, yo, turn this off to like, yo, why you not have it on right now? So I just remember that. So please tell me like what the transition was like for you from hating it and not liking what you were seeing to being able to watch it and wanting to watch it, and what you thought about Roman when you initially saw him, because we all know Roman is why you watched the product in the first place. Okay, go ahead.
As far as like the transition from having it be a little too brutal to me actually being into it, I think that because I have a performance background, and with me being an actor, and like just looking at and having a respect rather for the production side of it, like the lighting, the sounds, the show aspect of it. I think that's what I started to really latch onto and kind of like about it, and it's something that I recognized, right? Because I'm familiar with being on a stage and having production lights and sound effects and having a crowd, right, in live theater, and that's kind of what I recognized in it, and that's what I latched onto, and that's what I started to enjoy. So I think that's really what caught me.
So it was more that than just Roman?
Yeah, I mean, it helped that Roman is fine.
So what you think?
He's very nice to look at, but I think that what grabbed me about it was starting to appreciate like the production side of it.
So how did you start to catch that? Because remember, you refused to watch it with me. So I literally had it on the TV, like against your will, even though you're supposed to be working, but it was on in the background. So what, like, while I had it on TV, you kind of caught moments and glimpses of it that you kind of thought were cool?
Yeah, I think the entrances were the first thing that I started to really pay attention to. So even if I didn't like have the want to watch the matches, like I always like seeing them come out. Like I like that everybody had like a different music, they had different lights, they had different pyro, like they had different vibes for each of the characters, right? So I think that's what I really liked.
Okay, so what did you initially think about Roman when you first saw him? I'm talking about even when you first saw him like beating Jay up and all of those matches I like showed. Were you just like, oh my gosh, this is so brutal? Or did you also acknowledge that Like, he has a cool aura to him. Like, he seems like a cool dude. Like, yeah, just what was your thought?
I thought he was mean.
You thought he was mean? That was your first thought about Roman Reigns?
Yeah, he's mean.
Okay,
but
cool.
He's also so cool. But he's so mean. Why do I like him? He's so mean. Well, I like him a lot. Like,
you did think you liked him, though, while he was being mean?
Yeah, like, I was really conflicted. But then I was just like, okay, so he's like the Disney villain that everybody loves. Like, everybody loves, like, the iconic Disney villain. So I'm just like, all right, so he's a villain that I'm just going to like. And that's just going to be it.
Yeah. So we went from that to, like, I guess I kept putting it on in front of you, right? And, like, eventually, I guess you started actually watching it intentionally?
Yeah.
Is that kind of how the transition happened?
Yeah, I think that from having a respect and an enjoyment of the production quality and of the entrances and stuff, when I actually did start to pay attention to the matches, I was more so just looking at all of the athleticism in everybody and, you know, all the flips and people picking each other up and throwing each other across the ring and, you know, and just putting the whole body weight into another person. Like, I was just like, wow. Like, I started to have another respect for the athleticism that it takes to even do any of that stuff. So that's what I started to enjoy watching.
And that's fantastic. And now, to this day, you will ask me to put it on, especially if Roman
Especially
Reigns...
with the women. I think Bianca Belair had a lot to do with the reasons why I started to enjoy the matches, because her athleticism, I'm just like, queen. So, yeah, I think that her matches were the first matches that I actually started to really enjoy. Even before Roman, I think.
Oh, really? Before his matches?
I think even before Roman. So I just really enjoy, like, watching her do all the things that she could do.
So Bianca Belair is your first wrestling love?
Yeah, as far as watching the matches, yeah.
As far as watching, and what was Roman your love for? Like, if it's
entrances.
For entrances, Roman, it was Roman for sure.
Yeah.
Best entrance by far.
Oh, yeah, 1,000%.
Okay, so if you could give one tip to any viewer watching this that has a girlfriend or wants to get a girlfriend that they want to get into wrestling and have a watch with them, how do we finesse y'all into watching the product with us? Do they do what I do and just put it on while they around and hope and pray that you put it on a moment that they would actually find enjoyable? No.
I honestly think the best way is to take your girlfriend to a show. And I know that everybody can't do that because them tickets be high. They be high. But when you go and, like, you feel the energy, you're in the audience, you feel the energy and, like, you feel the pyro, you feel the lights, you feel the rumbling, like, you feel the pyro, like, the bodies crazy. Being slammed on the mat. Like, there's so much, it's so much, like, sensorial.
I don't know. I'm not even going to try to say it.
Like, it's just so much going. And, like, you have no choice but to kind of fall into it. Like, you have no choice but to just start, like, cheering for people. Like, just cheering for the wrestlers. Like, even if you don't know them, like, you're just, like, cheering or you're booing or, like, you're just following the kind of the vibe of the crowd. And you just kind of fall into it naturally and you get really excited about it. So I think that is really the best way to get your girlfriend into it, which I know, you know, might not be possible for some, but if you're asking me the best way, I think that's the best way and easiest way. Like, because then you get the merch, you get, it's just a vibe. It's just a vibe and an experience.
Well, thank you for coming along and doing this video with me and explaining to them, one, how you got into wrestling, and two, how to get your girlfriend into it. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to talk about how I got you into it and how they could possibly do it too. I hope and pray that if you go and show your girlfriend this video or show your girlfriend wrestling, that you convince her to watch it, because it's an absolute gem to have a partner that will watch the show with you. It doesn't have to be a girlfriend, obviously. It could be any partner. But yeah, I hope this works for you. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see more of us, let us know in the comment section down below. This is J Athletic Gaming, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.